Welcome to the Hayes CISD Blended Learning video series. In every blended learning training, we always go back to our why. What are the problems we are trying to solve? What goals do we have to improve our practice? We know that a shift to student-centered blended learning can help us address district-wide core problems that impact learning. Let's explore how teachers across the district are using blended learning and specific strategies to better meet the needs of today's students. As we observe this class in action, reflect on how the pillars of blended learning are realized through the application of specific strategies. You will also observe routines, habits, and structures that teachers employ to develop independent learning skills and support a successful blended model implementation.
So some of you have been able to figure out this on our slides, and I've noticed some of you are still having a hard time with it. So really quickly, there's a button that you have to push now. So I'm going to pull up our board. So do you see, when you go into Schoology, before you opened up the board and you could just click, right? I can show you better this way. And you click on Monday, and you go here to Win for our stations board. When you open up the stations board, before it would open up like this, right? Now, when you click on it to open it, it's opening like this. Do you see this little button at the top that says present with the P?
Yes.
Yes? Put your finger in the air. Like it's been doing that on yours. That's right. And some of you I've gotten to tell that I've been testing, so I haven't been able to tell everybody. And some of you figured it out on your own. But I want to make sure everybody knows. So right here where this P is, you're going to click the P. Click the P. When you click the P, what happens? It opens up. Also, some of our friends who were going to Miss Reed and Miss Marwitz during our station time, when you're in our room, look, there are two pink squares. What's the difference in our pink squares?
They're different.
Yeah, they're different activities. One is writing and one is reading. So you cannot just look from here and say, I see a pink square and click the pink square. You have to look and see. When you write a story, what kind of story are we learning how to write right now? An imaginative story, right? You can write your own imaginative story. And we have the paper. We have a green paper for your beginning, a yellow paper for what happens in the middle, and a red paper for what happens in the end. Some of you have seen that and started using that on your own. Okay, so when you pull up your board, what do you need to make sure you push so that all of the boxes work? The P, right here, present. If you don't click on the P, are the buttons going to work?
No.
No. And can you interrupt me at my table?
No.
No. Okay, let's take a look at Champs. Work it on your own first. And then what? Then ask a neighbor for help. And then what is our activity? Stations. What's our movement?
Stay in your seat.
Stay in your seat.
Go to the bathroom.
And then go to the restroom. That's right. If you need to get materials from the library, you can get up to walk to get those. If you need to get paper for writing, if you need to get a whiteboard, right? You can move for things you need. But we're not just up roaming around the classroom. And then when I look at you, when I'm working at my table with a friend, that's right. You should be working on your station. Let me find that one. Okay, so we already did amplify this morning, right?
Yes.
So does anybody have to do amplify before they go to stations?
No.
No. So we're all starting stations together. So you do not have to set your timers today for yourself. I am setting a timer for the whole class, all right? And then when we finish our station, you're going to find your partner. You're going to buddy up with your partner, and you're going to tell your partner what you did during stations, and your partner is going to tell you what they did during stations. And then we'll switch to our second station, and we'll do the second thing. We'll do it again. Got it?
Got it.
If you don't do your work, are you going to have something to share?
No.
No, your partner will say, friend, what did you do? All right, ready, set, go. Lennox, come do your math with me, honey. Okay, you're going to do your testing with me first. Oh, very good.
See what you're doing.
I see Waylon, Marty, I see Miguel walking on the garden board. Ready? Oh, we did this one already. Let's go to. Okay, you're not looking at my screen, you're looking at your screen. All right, here is a series of numbers with one number missing. I want you to tell me what number is missing.
Well, you want to watch
With
that
this
video?
number,
Because I think
you
it's
would
from
say the missing number is 2. 1, 2.
Whoa!
Now you try this one. What number is missing? Very good. Let's do some more. You're going to start here and go across the page. When I say begin, tell me which number is missing. If you don't know the answer, go to the next one.
My answer is 5. There's something.
Wow!
I want you to get yourself 3 new books. Put these back where their numbers are. Put them back where they belong and get 3 new books. Okay? Quickly. 3 new books. Put those back where they go. Partner, you're staying with me. Put your station up stand next to your partner. When you found your partner, put your hands in the air. Quick, quick. When you found your partner, put your hands in the air. So I see Olivia and Ivan found each other. They have their hands in the air. Aileen and Lennox found each other. They have their hands in the air.
Partner's not here.
And when we partner, when we share at our table, do we both talk at the same time?
No.
No. One person gets to talk, and then what happens?
The
The next person gets to share. You're going to tell your partner what you did. You're going to tell them, today now listen, you and your partner went to the same station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your picture says read to self, and your partner says, oh, I listened to a great book on Epic.
Wait, what?
Is that a choice for read to self?
No.
No, you're going to say, friend, you went to the wrong station. Now what if your friend says, I read a book about Mercy Watson and it was amazing. I used the flip grid and I told about my favorite part. Is that one of our choices?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can tell them good job. So one partner is going to share what they did, and then after they share, what's the second partner going to do? They are going to share.
To summarize, Mrs. Meredith uses a station rotation to increase differentiated learning during win time. She accomplishes this by organizing content for independent learning so she can reallocate time to targeted direct instruction with small groups or individuals. Whole group instruction is strategically used to review concepts, expectations, and routines, as well as for modeling and checking understanding. Each of her strategies are aligned to the Hayes pillars of blended learning. Although adaptive software was not demonstrated in this lesson, it is an important tool that individualizes learning for students and provides data that informs small group instruction. By shifting some of her whole group instruction to small group instruction, she can personalize the learning, adjust the level of the rigor as needed, and develop strong relationships with students. Mrs. Meredith includes highly engaging digital content that students can access through her digital menus and gives students some control over their path and pace of learning. By organizing this content in Schoology, students have access to learning content anytime and from any place they have an internet connection. This, combined with routines for independent learning, minimizes lost learning time if students are absent or if there's a substitute. Students know what to do and how to access their materials.